no idea how well this is going to work, so we'll see if this pans out and doesn't have any issues. Okay.
You could go out and build a snowman in that kind of snow.
I should. Should I go build a snowman for you guys? Like just do it in real time? That would probably go viral, you know?
That would be cool.
That
then
would be,
we could decide who it is.
Well, see, I'm a little disappointed. There's a little wreath up on the top right corner at your 2 o'clock position there, and I didn't get a chance to swap that out for the snowman. So unfortunately, the fall wreath is now covered in snow. I thought about maybe running out there and changing it real quick to give the audience some excitement, you know?
There you go.
So, hey, guys, we're live. I want to welcome you to the Tuesday afternoon Blizzard Snow Day afternoon podcast. I have zero agenda whatsoever. I have really no topics, just maybe talk about some more Black Friday specials if anything looks good, and, you know, just maybe shoot the breeze with anybody that wants to hang out. So a little bit about the weather real quick. It's just in the low 30s right now. It's still kind of mushy out there. We've only got a couple inches of snow. And if you've been checking me out over on Instagram, it's at TravisP11 on YT. I've been posting some pics and some videos of the Corgi running through the snow. And so this is what you're seeing is happening in real time. I mean, it was nice and, well, fairly green and dry last night. I think I had shorts and a t-shirt on, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, joining us in the studio, so to speak, is Gizzard Gary. Gary, what's going on, brother?
I tell you what. I'm just sitting here really not doing much of anything. I slept clear past my alarms this morning and actually woke up at 12:30 p.m. So
good for you. Good for you. Are you on vacation?
Oh, yeah, I'm on vacation.
So is my father. I don't know what it is with you guys taking it this time of the year, but well, Thanksgiving, right? I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to.
In my case, basically, I had too much balance, and my company said I had to burn some vacation before the end of the year.
So you've been working too hard and not taking your time off, and then they force you to take the vacation time, right?
Yeah, that and a combination of that, and I get quite a bit of vacation. So
well, there you go. There you go. I know my old man. He's been at the packing plant, ways away from where I live here, beef packing plant since 1977. So he gets 6 weeks a year, I think, at this point.
But that's what I get to.
Yeah, he's worked his tail off, man. He goes out to Vegas. He goes out to Arizona. They got friends that live out in like Laughlin and Lake Havasu and suburbs of Vegas, and it's probably going to end up retiring out there because he says that the weather's way better than what you get here in Nebraska. He hates the cold. Well, I mean, he's been working in the cold for 40 years, so I don't blame him.
I can't complain about that. I'm an office worker. As long as I can get to my building out there, then I'm pretty much set.
Yeah. Hey, am I real quick before we get into the discussion here? Am I corking anybody right now? Was Honda live or anybody else?
Not that I'm aware of.
I know sometimes he does a little ask me anything chat. I wasn't sure if he had a specific day or time for that, but I finally got time to stop. I mean, I woke up about surprisingly at 7:30. Of course, I was up with Gia until like 2 o'clock in the morning talking. But yeah, so I slept until 7:30 and got up and did a couple YouTube videos and cleaned up the house and packed for a little bit. But hey, real quick, let's let people introduce themselves. So Gary, you want to talk about your channel real quick, and then we'll move on to Rich, and then after that, Squib.
Well, yeah, I'm Gizzard Gary, gizzardgary.com. I do stuff, gun videos. I have a weekly show every Friday called Foul Territory, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. I'd love to have you stop by. We talk about anything. It's a friendly show. So we try to put out gear reviews, gun reviews, and fun stuff like that at least once a week. So come by and check it out and have a good time. Thanks for the invite.
Hey, and I appreciate the little blizzard with the gizzard. So there you go, little blizzard with the giz, little blizzard with the gizzard. We need to have a chicken going through the snow, like doing like a tactical charge or something, like a sticker of that. That'd be cool. You need to have a winter 2019 or 2020 winter sticker out there.
I like it.
How'd you come up with that idea for the KFC parody sticker? That was freaking hilarious, dude.
That was all Angelina.
Oh my God, those are so. I mean, I'm not even remotely creative for something like that. And I got that sticker from Stan, and I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. All right, so hey, also joining us, we got Rich White. What's going on, brother?
Not too much. Sorry, I missed the show last night. I was already in bed. I was feeling
dude. Don't worry about it, man. You're here now, so I brought you a little beautiful outdoors to your camera. So there you go. So, Rich, tell us a little bit about your channel, man. What can one expect if they head on over there?
Usually a weekly live show called This Week Unloaded. I didn't get a chance to do that this week either because of my feel. I've been missing all the shows for a few days now, like half a week.
Yeah.
I think yours. I think your Monday show last week was the last live show I had done on
Yeah,
Black Hat
it's
show
all
that
right,
we
man.
did
You know,
Saturday
sometimes we
morning.
get busy doing stuff. We run into the holidays, and yep.
Yeah, well, in my case, it's just been. By the time the evening rolls around, I feel so terrible. I just want to go take medicine and go to bed.
Yeah.
It's like it's hitting me when at night when it starts hitting me.
Is it kind of a wintertime thing too? You kind of notice more body aches and stuff as winter rolls in and stuff,
Yeah,
even though you're not.
it's whatever was going around the local Walmart here because my son got it and he brought it home and now I got it and I want to kick his butt for this, but that's how it goes, right?
Oh yeah. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you being here, and just keep us updated if you need a break or something. It's all good, buddy. No problems.
Yeah.
All right. Then also joining us, we got Squibload. What's up, man?
Hey, good afternoon.
Are you home?
No, I'm at work. I was home last night. I was at home last night for Caliber Corner. I had a vacation day, so I was able to join from home. It was kind of nice. It was a little different, but today I'm back at work. I'm on
I didn't even
afternoon.
realize that. I didn't even realize you were at home. That I had no clue, man.
You didn't hear all the factory noise in the background?
No, I was just so used to, you're always at work. So I just figured, well, the man's probably at work. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you being here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm up on the roof right now doing the weekly rooftop inspection. So I'll be able to hang out for a little bit, but then I've got to go ahead and drop out once I go back down onto the factory floor.
Okay. No problem, man. Gotcha.
I appreciate the invite.
Yeah, if somebody heads over to your channel, what can they expect to find?
So on my A channel, my Squibload channel, it's Second Amendment based. It's firearms based, but I do some other videos about other interests I have. Maybe I do some coffee reviews that you inspired me to do, or maybe I do some goofy food videos. And I'm a rail fan. I'm into trains and stuff, so there'll be some train videos over there. And in the summer, I do gardening, so I put some videos about that. And on occasion, I'll do some videos for maybe where I travel. I try once a week to release like a little funny video about Midnight Range TM show on Sunday nights at 10:30. The closer, bawoosh.
Yeah. Whoosh.
So
sploosh, 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 sploosh.
Yeah, I try to do one of those a week. But overall, just do a variety of things. Just the whole point of the channel is that I'm not just firearms and nothing else. And I think there's a lot of people in the community that they do mostly firearms videos, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. And that's the whole premise of their channel. But my channel is to show that we're regular people like everybody else, and we have other interests. It's not just guns, and nothing else. And then I've got a B channel, my Squib Lift channel. And I haven't done a whole lot with that lately, although I do have plans to do some more work on it. I've shot a whole bunch of video. I just haven't edited it and put it out. And some of that stuff is just going to be miscellaneous odds and ends and some stuff regarding work. But for the most part, it's just I guess everything that isn't on the Squib Load channel, and it's nothing spectacular, nothing great, but it's kind of fun. It's just fun to make videos. It's I don't want to say it's a lot of work. It can be a lot of work, but overall, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, hey, I do appreciate the coffee you've been sending me, and I'm on my my third cup right now of the Speedy Speedway House Blend coffee. That is some very tasty stuff, man. You saw I posted my video. I actually made that this morning, and I saw your feedback on there, so thank you. All right, let's see. Gary, can you guys still hear me? Are we good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't know if Squib got cut off there, but all right. So real quick, just checking out the comments. So Rich White, you're out there saying in Pittsburgh we had to have 12 inches plus before school got called. That got changed to 6 plus when my younger brothers hit middle school. Now Tennessee Gun Guy says apparently YouTube doesn't want to notify me that you're on. So Tennessee Gun Guy, I think I've asked you this before. Just make sure you got that bell pressed, clicked on the subscription page for my channel. And this is weird. I don't know if it's a StreamYard thing All right, Gary, you still got me there, bud?
I do now, but you cut out there for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, you cut out there for a second.
Man, my Chromebook gets kind of stupid sometimes, so I don't know what the deal is. If it happens to drop, it's no big deal. I just thought I'd bring this up here. But anyway, Tennessee Gun Guy.
I didn't know whether to comment because everybody else was being quiet. I didn't know if the whole stream went kaput or what was.
Well, this Chromebook, I love my Chromebook, and it doesn't go into sleep mode or anything, but it just drops the signal. I mean, and I love it. It works great, but it just now it says weak signal. I'm afraid to switch over bands because I might lose my connection altogether. So we're not going to do that, but we'll take chances. I'm running the 5 gigahertz band, which doesn't spread out as far as the 2 gigahertz does, or 2.4 or whatnot. So, but yeah. So anyway, back to Tennessee Gun Guy real quick. It could be a StreamYard thing is the reason why you didn't get the notification that I went live. Maybe didn't push through to YouTube quick enough. Razor JB's talking about the weather in Maine. We went to work and school as long as the buses started, and school had heat regardless, even in a blizzard. And North Carolina now, if potential of a flurry, the whole state shuts down. Well, the only reason why they called it for us today is you can't really tell in this video, but the visibility is really low right now. Unfortunately, Nebraska, we've got, a primary highway and an interstate. And Gary, you probably know about this. And if they shut that down, nothing can get in or out. I mean, it's basically, and we have a lot of people that commute in from towns around the area. And I know that's their choice to live out of town. A lot of teachers that do, but if half your faculty can't make it into work and the highway's closed, you can't, it's going to make things really difficult up at school. And that's one of the reasons why they called it, because of the ice and the blowing snow and the drifting and all that crap. I don't mind driving in it, but I mean, it can take people hours to go, 20 miles, 30 miles and so on. So that's why they called it off today. We usually get 1 or 2 snow days a year, and that's it.
So did you see what I posted out there in the private chat?
Oh, let's see. I haven't clicked over there yet. Ooh, look at that wind. Oh, look at that. Ah, stuff's blowing off the roof right now. You're going to get that periodically, by the way. Lost your audio. Is it back or not?
No, before that.
Just got to notice I-70 closed west of Colby, Kansas due to snowstorm. Yeah, it's stuff is just, yeah.
I-70 is the major east-west artery going across Kansas, basically from Denver to Kansas City.
Oh yeah, I've taken that before. Yep.
And out in western Kansas, it's pretty much all flat lands out there. So when snowstorms come through, it tends to drift rather badly. So they have to close sections of it routinely when there are snowstorms. In fact, they actually have gates they can put on the on-ramps to keep people from getting on there.
Oh yeah, we have those out here in Nebraska too, especially right by the Walmart's, right by the exit for the interstate. So they want to keep the semis here and keep the cars and stuff here. So yep.
So that's not unheard of at all. When there's a major snowstorm coming through, they will close sections of the interstate.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, there's interstates in Pennsylvania, especially as you get up towards Erie, that are like that because they get that lake effect snow up there, so they have to close the highways and stuff up towards that area too.
So out Colby, that'd be close to where you're at. I mean,
yeah,
west-wise anyway.
What's straight south of us? We have what is it? They have our track team actually goes out there. Cross country team goes out there. Hayes, yeah, Hayes, Kansas is. I go 20 miles east and then go straight south, and in like maybe an hour or so, I think I hit Hayes, Kansas. So yeah.
And I think Colby's farther west than that yet. So.
Oh, okay.
You're getting out towards the Colorado border.
Okay. Yeah, we're more or less dead smack in the middle of the state, so that'd be almost southeast for us to get over there to Hayes. So from where I'm at, yeah.
Colby is my mother's old stomping grounds. That's where she hailed from. So.
Oh, I gotcha. I think I've driven through there. Doesn't I-70? You said I-70 goes through there.
Yeah, right next to the town. Yeah.
We've taken it a couple times coming back from Centennial, Colorado, because it's like a straight shot over. It's faster than going up to whatever interstate turns into Interstate 80 when you go east. And so we usually just take that because that's like a 70-mile-an-hour road now, 65 or 70, I think, I-70.
Yeah, it'd be.
So you can make almost as good time, and you hit a few small towns and things like that, but it's still pretty quick. Let's see here. Here, Tennessee Gun Guy. Interesting comment of the day here. I'm subbed and I have the notifications on. What's funny is when I set my VPN to Europe, I get every notification, just not when it's set to the USA.
That's bizarre.
I wonder if it's because of just network traffic. Maybe
maybe it's because of your European heritage. Maybe Yeah,
That's a possibility. They want to give you a main line to my Czech background. So
that's
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a possibility. So
you're probably a big deal back in the old country.
well, yeah, I was told that my last name was kind of and this was told to me by the foreign exchange student from the Czech Republic back when I was in high school. It said my last name was like the Smith of the Czech Republic, of the former Czechoslovakia.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, he goes, oh, they're all over the place. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's good to know. I still have family back there. My grandparents had some brothers and sisters that didn't come over. My grandparents fled Europe in the early 50s when communism was moving into the Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia. They left. They got the kids. They're actually at that point, there were no kids born. They were young. They decided they didn't want to be part of that, and they left. They just took their belongings, sold their home, and left Czechoslovakia and came to Nebraska because there's a huge Czech community out here, in, kind of over in the northeastern part of the state. And so they came here. So my grandparents are actually immigrants. I mean, then on my mom's side, I don't know when they came over here. Probably my great grandparents came over from Germany and Sweden. And that would have been way before then, probably the early 1900s, I'm guessing, somewhere around there. But yeah, with my dad's side, they've only been in the U.S. since like the early 50s, I think. My dad's one of the oldest ones in the family, youngest ones. But no, anyway, so yeah, it's kind of an interesting little story about the family. I'd like to get back there at some point and maybe meet them. I still probably have second cousins floating around there, and long lost aunts and uncles and stuff like that.
Yeah, they'd probably have a big welcome back party. And
oh yeah, there we go.
Want autographs and stuff, and stickers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm willing to. I mean, I'm kind of big in Europe. I've been told. I've got 21,000 subs here. In the U.S. So I'm guessing I probably have 22 over in Europe. Maybe 19. I don't know. So Squib's walking. He's a walking man.
He's taking a snob time video, aiming straight down towards his feet. Yeah.
Fine. Abe
sorry
says,
about that. My boss came up on the roof. Then the other maintenance technician came up on the roof. You can't get any privacy at an auto factory. So I even had one of the people in the parking lot say, "Hey, I can hear you up there on Wednesdays." It's like, are you kidding me?
Oh, man, crazy stuff. All right, so let's check and see what else is going on here. Southpaw said, drive the Civic if you still got it. Southpaw, I sold it, buddy. When we decided, when my wife got her job, we decided to go and sell it because I didn't have a guarantee that I'd have a garage for it. And I bought it as an investment and sold it and made some money off of it. So I did sell it to a collector from Omaha. I had a 95 Civic Si that was a one owner. And it would have been my nest egg. It's something I could sell like in 20 years on Barrett Jackson, but I just decided to go ahead and let it go. I love it, but I'm gonna need something a little more reliable, not reliable, something a little more daily driver-ish than my Jeep right now, because the Jeep's got over 200,000 miles on it, and so I have no idea how long it's gonna last. And so we ended up getting my wife a new car anyway, so I've got her Honda Inside out here and got the Jeep out here, so I got transportation. I do miss that Civic though. That was a fun little car.
That car was mint.
Yeah. I mean, I made about $4,000 off of it from what I paid from it. And that was basically market price right now for what it would go for. There's a website called bringatrailer.com. And there's a lot of original mint cars that go on there, and they go for just insane amounts of money. Like, you would never see these cars that are like Cutlasses from the 80s or unmodified, Hondas or Toyotas. They bring, way above book value. And so that's the place. I was going to put it up there for sale. And then this guy saw my YouTube video on that car and decided that he'd want to go ahead and, make me an offer on it. So, Squib, did I have that when you came by? I can't remember.
Yeah, you showed it to me. I didn't know a whole lot about them, but I used to be into cars and, did a lot of, I had my own, collector car that I kept and spent a lot of money on. And I used to go to car shows and be in a car club. And I walked away from that whole lifestyle and put more of my money into firearms. But it's a fun hobby to have, and I think everybody, if you've got a garage and you've got enough space, having that toy in there, or that restoration project, or that investment, or that whatever it is, if you're really into cars, if you've got the room and you've got the money and the time, I think it's a great thing to be into.
Man, that doesn't look like much of a blizzard there, buddy.
No, it's not. It's not as bad as they said it was going to. It didn't actually start up until about 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah,
so it's blowing pretty good out there, but it isn't like it's just what you see on the Weather Channel, people getting blown over, you know.
Dude, ours started on the when we were on the chat last night, and there's about 18 or 20 inches out there right now.
Holy crap! Wow. Yeah, we're maybe sitting at maybe 4, maybe 3 at the most. The thing is, it's not below freezing right now, so it's still kind of melting. So it's not piling up as much as it probably could.
Yeah, I just had to go dig out my car, and I saw that you were live, so I figured we'd compare our snow seasons.
Hey, let's do a comparison here. How many schools you got shut down due to the norovirus?
That's all in Mesa County. That's all like Western Slope, like Grand Junction. So
what? I know nothing about that virus. What spread it? Where did it begin? Do you have any idea what happened or how the outbreak happened or what?
I mean, as far as I know, it's just like a really bad like stomach flu, right? Is basically what it is.
Okay.
And a bunch of kids in Mesa County, Colorado, got sick and went to school anyway because parents send their kids to school even when they're sick for some reason. And so then a bunch of kids got sick and they had an outbreak, so they just shut it down for the week.
Yeah, they said 46 schools. Is that right?
Yeah, but that's all. Like I said, that's all pretty far from where I'm at. Like that's not really affecting us here in South Denver.
Yeah, I guess I didn't see the cities that they had mentioned. I just heard them say, schools in Colorado. It was on morning news or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, Mesa County. So that's basically Utah almost. Like it's closer to Utah than it is to me. But yeah,
I got you, man. Hey, were you gonna do your little ask Squib, ask me anything chat this afternoon? Do you have plans for that or not?
You know, I had forgot about it until I saw you go live, and I was like, oh man, I should have done that already. But I actually got to take the kids to their mom's house here in just a minute, and we're probably gonna play some video games tonight if you're down for that.
No, because I'm on Hit or Miss Tuesday nights 9 o'clock, and then I also do Sandhill Shooters chat. But I'm gonna be picking up. I'm gonna buy Call of Duty very soon, if not this week, because Walmart's got it for $38 now on sale.
Dude, it was $60 when I bought it, so that's already
a deal. I know. I wanted to wait because those Call of Duty games and any of your EA Sports games, they tend to drop off really quick. Within about the first month, you're going to start seeing 10 or 15 or $20 off.
But the problem is with that is like you're the new guy now, right? Like you haven't played it at all, and there's like some little kid from wherever who's been playing it nonstop since the day it dropped. And now you're in the same lobby.
we just gotta admit the fact that there's Chinese toddlers out there that have us outgunned in every aspect of technology, whether it's coding or gaming or dancing or singing. I mean, we can't compete. It's just you just gotta accept it and just go with it, Yeah,
ever since those the Olympics in China when they were all dancing in unison, I was like, well, we're screwed.
Yep, those little kindergartners came out there and just whooped us in gymnastics. I'm telling you. Well, they're supposed to be 12 and 13, but they look like they're like 8 or 7. I mean, one of them had a Barney backpack, if that says anything. So, we still got somebody else who wants to join in here. Who wants to join in? Who else is out there?
What's up, Travis?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm watching a Travis P11 Klinger holster video right now.
Hey, there you go. Hey, don't play that in the background. I might get a copyright strike.
Don't worry, I'm cool with Travis. I'll put in a good word for you.
That's a pretty slick little holster, man. And that little cushion that you put on there, that's an interesting little thing they've added to it. It adds a little bit of bulk, but man, the comfort, it just makes up for it. So
I just watched a what to look out for on your XJ Jeep video yesterday.
And that little, is that the little video where I'm just walking around talking about the springs and the heater core?
And it's the most popular show on your entire channel.
I put no planning into that. I just decided I'm walking out and I'm about to drop $600 on my Jeep to get the heater core replaced, or $500 on my Jeep to get the heater core replaced. And I thought, I'm going to tell the world about this. I'm going to say, if you buy one of these, use that as a negotiating price if that floorboard's full of antifreeze. And I did, and that video's got like 500,000 views, man.
Yeah.
I've done other ones too. I did a long-term owner evaluation of it. I did 2 of those actually. I did one where I talk about all the work that I've done in my XJ since I bought it. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, they're bulletproof reliability." There's a lot of little things that go wrong with them that you need to address that you can't really get away from. And so, that stupid little 7-minute video that I put no time into whatsoever is one of the best ones. That, and then I got another one on how to monetize your YouTube videos from your phone. Huh. And what sucks about that video is it's awesome because it has a ton of views, okay? It's a very simple video. It's very straightforward. What sucks about it is I put that video out, and then a month later, YouTube changed the standards where you have to have 1,000 subs and you have to have 4,000 hours of watch content. Because before, all you had to do was just basically get approved for an AdSense account. I think that was about it. The standards were very low. And so you would get that monetize option automatically on the app. Well, once they up those standards and they push the AdSense approval with higher standards, that little monetization symbol disappeared. So at least 60 to 75 times a day, I get the comment, I can't monetize, PLZ, help me. I'm like, oh my God. Go look at that video. You will laugh your butt off
with all the
if
comments.
You see how many people put that comment in there. And I cut and paste my reply now, even when it's pinned as the first comment. It says, you need 1,000 subscribers. You need 4,000 hours of watch content. And I said you have to be approved for an AdSense account because you can't just start making money off your videos. You know, you have to be approved.
Right.
I said that in the video, and so many people are like, make a video on how to get an AdSense account. I'm like, no, go watch, look it up on YouTube.
Yeah,
I've already got approved. It's not easy to make a video on that once you've already gone through the process, you know?
Dude, I started my channel like a month before they changed all that monetization stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And instantly got monetized. Like, I had like a video that, for whatever reason, got like 15,000 views on it, like overnight, you know? And
is that the shooting out in the forest one that 180-second ideas Johnny got you on, or what?
No, this was about the Vegas shooting that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, like I basically went over some footage and explained what I thought, and you know, just basically like I was pissed off about it, and I just wanted to make a video and talk about it. And it was the first time I'd ever hopped on YouTube, and it had like 15,000 views like instantly, dude. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then like a week later, after I'd made like $1, I think is what they had planned on paying me, they were like, they were like, oh, never mind, you don't get to be monetized anymore. Sorry. But I'm almost back again. I'm coming up on 1,000, and I've had more than 4,000 hours of watch time in the last week, so I think that's pretty.
Well, yeah, and if you do those chats, I mean, that's a great time to get people to find out about you. So you know.
Yeah, well, we're coming up, man.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Real quick here, Two Gun Kitty Catnip Outlaw says, how's it going? Sunny but windy and cool here in Albuquerque. Yeah, define cool, Kitty. Oh, cool. I see. She's asking a question. Rich, you're talking about, what'd you say about, except for snow days, the bus pass was better?
Yeah, when I was in high school, growing up in Pittsburgh, the elementary and middle schools had school buses. In high school, you got a monthly bus pass to ride the public transportation system. So we could go anywhere we want at any time with that bus pass.
Okay.
The reason why they did it that way in high school, because you might start your day at one high school, but then end up at another high school by the time the end of the day was over. Like if you say you wanted to take junior ROTC, you would have to do that at the high school I went to. But if you wanted to take a class that was electronics based, you had to go to Shenley High School. So instead of having to have school buses for all that crap, transferring kids all over, we had school buses running all the time. They just gave us a bus pass. You would take the public transportation from one high school to the other.
Okay, I gotcha.
And then,
here, yeah. Well, and the buses are one of the other reasons why we had our snow day 82, because they gotta get through this because our city doesn't really plow anything until it's done snowing, and it's tough for kids to get home too because there's nothing shoveled. I mean, I get it, walk up hills both ways, learn to live with it kind of thing. But talking little kids, grade school kids and stuff, it's I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just not really safe.
Yeah, the bad part about the bus pass though was by the time there were days where they didn't cancel school while I was in high school.
Man,
I was in homeroom rather. If you look at one of the other comments I posted, high school started at 7:30 in the morning, but middle school and elementary didn't start till 9, and they always canceled school based on how the weather was going to affect the elementary and middle schools and not the high school.
Yeah.
So that meant by that point too, if they were canceling elementary and middle schools, they also had closed down the public transportation system as well. So at that point, you were walking home. So we always would just walk to a friend's house or just closer to school, and we would hang out there for the day.
You see that's all right, man. See what I'm screen sharing there?
What do you got? I can't. Unfortunately, my screen is so small on my Chromebook. I can't tell what you got down there. What's? Here we
It just
go. Is
shows
that it?
the hot tub and the grill outside of the back patio, and you can see about 18 or 20 inches of snow on top of the grill.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys got dumped on. Yeah, whatever you guys get, we usually catch it some because it came out of the southwest to the northeast, and we're pretty much in your little line of fire. So,
Yeah.
In our case, when I was the friend that lived closest to the school, his mother was Italian, right? And she knew as soon as, because she would listen. Well, after we had gone to school in the morning, she would still listen to the radio to see if the schools were closing or not. If they were, she knew we were heading there. So she started making all this food. So we had food the whole day, you know? Sitting there playing Nintendo and eating all day.
oh man, snow day memories, huh? Did you guys go out and make a snow fort?
Not really, because it wasn't
We used
really
to do that all the
anyone
time.
to do it.
Oh,
It's got to be the right kind of snow for that, right? Like if it's too fluffy, like it won't compact right. And if it's too wet, then you can't move it. But it's got to be like that magic like Goldilocks zone of snow, you know. And then you can just dig tunnels.
A year, man. Yep.
Well, like at the school that I used to go to, like we would barely ever have snow days, even when we really should have them, you know. So they would just plow like the parking lot of the school though, and they would have these huge snow mounds like that were literally 40, 50 feet high. I'm not even kidding, of snow, and we would dig into them and dig tunnels because it was compacted and kind of melted and then frozen again, and you could take like something and just dig with a stick or whatever, and then pretty soon you got a whole tunnel system. And we would play
safe.
war, dude. We would play. Oh, I'm sure it was not safe. I don't know. Yeah, if we had a tunnel collapse, dude, some kid probably could have died from that amount of snow.
Oh yeah.
Before like anyone realized what had happened, but yeah, nothing bad ever happened. So.
Yeah. See, if we would have went to my house on the snow day, which was like 2 miles from the school, we could have done that. We could have built the fort and stuff in our backyard. But my friend's house was like half a mile away. It was much closer to walk.
Yeah,
and if you wanted to build any kind of snow forts or anything like that, it would have been in the local cemetery, and they frowned on that.
Dude, I remember one year it snowed really bad, and like you get those snow drifts going, like where like in one spot it's like a few inches deep, but then like over there it's like 15 feet deep. Like right next to our deck on our house, it was up to the bottom of the deck from like the second story, right? So like we could basically step off the deck and then just fall into snow, and it was so fluffy, like you'd fall straight to the bottom, but it would like slow you down on the way so you don't get hurt. And then open up the garage door, and we just like crawl out of the snow into the garage, and then like go back inside and hop on the deck and jump off again, dude. That was a lot of fun.
Dude, that'd be sled right off of it.
Oh, you just jump off, man.
Back in the day, let's see. So for sleds, we had the traditional, the old, the one with the runners on it, the steel runners on it. I never did use those. That was like my grandpa's sled, We were the plastic generation, so we had the discs that had the handles on the sides. Those were good. And we had just a long sled for two. I was pretty chunky and heavy, so I usually occupied the whole thing. But remember, they had the sleds for two back in the day, like about 6 foot long.
You need the Griswold,
yes,
the Griswold one, and you put some Pam on it,
Yep. The anti, what is he called? The super slick silicone based lubricant designed to like coat kids' breakfast cereal or something. I don't know what the hell he was talking about.
No, you need wax, dude. Is what you need.
Yeah, there you go. Well, he was using steel. We had plastic ones, those disc ones. Yeah. And we used to do the redneck Nebraska thing. A couple of us had snowboards, so we would get our snowboard gear on and get towed across like a field with a four-wheeler.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, you could tear it up, man, except when you fell. Oh, God, you'd get going fast on those things. Because all my buddies had ATVs when I was in high school. All their families lived out in the country or used them for whatever. And, man, I'm surprised I'm still alive. We were so stupid on those things. Jesus.
Yeah, well, when you take a jump onto flat ground, you kind of land flat, and it hurts.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing about taking a jump down a hill, right? Like, you're going down the hill, and as you go down, like, the hill goes down with you, so you don't, like, the impact's not there.
Yep.
No, you want to talk real redneck. I remember one time I was in high school, and some friends of mine had gotten an old car hood. And 3 or 4 of them got on this car hood, and then they took a ski rope and tied it onto the back of my car and had me pull them through town. And so I had about this 20, 30-foot ski rope with about 4 guys on a car hood. and we were going around corners trying to dump them. They finally
Jesus.
wiped out into a ditch somewhere.
Garrett, did you guys ever do drift busting, or you just go ramming through an area that was full of snow, like an alley here?
Can't say I never did it.
go peg one on the side of the corner.
Yep.
So I'm being corrected over here. What do we got? Fine Ape says we had the red sleds. The ones with the runners were for ice. Man, I always saw those ones, but we never actually used them. I didn't know what kind of conditions the old metal runner sleds were supposed to use. So yeah, we didn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Poor Conservative says we're still part of the plastic generation. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Fine Ape said I had to walk to school uphill both ways. Down the river, across the main, and up Pine. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. I had to go wade through it and everything. What is that? So Poor Conservative says, anyone old enough to remember the Snurfer? It's what was it? Part snowboard or what? Or snowboard? Snowboard? What? Poor Conservative, you got to tell us what that is, buddy. The Snurfer. I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, we all had the old. Hey, how about those stupid little laminate sheets with the handle that was cut out in the middle? Those things were such a letdown. You guys remember those? Yeah, that little plastic sheet that you'd like unravel. So.
Oh yeah.
So Nice Rick says, tell us about how you had to walk 50 miles in snow to get to school. Okay. So when I went to public school, my mom would drop me off in the morning. She worked at a grocery store and didn't have to be to work until 8. So I get dropped off. But then when the weather was nice in the springtime and the summer, my K through 6 elementary, I rode my bike to school, and it was a couple miles. I mean, it wasn't bad. I could get there in about 10 or 15 minutes on my little BMX bike. So it wasn't a bad trip. And so I did that quite a bit. And the funny thing is, when I was in grade school, I don't know if you guys remember this, you could go home for lunch. And I used to go home for lunch. Like, you'd get an hour because they would do 30-minute lunch and then 30-minute recess. So I'd go home for lunch like all the time. I'd ride my bike home. I had to cross a freaking busy Highway 30, which is like 6 lanes wide, which is kind of big for Nebraska. I had to get across that, without getting run over, and go home and eat and then drive back up to school.
I did that. We did that in
go.
high school.
Yeah.
We had an open lunch in high school. I could drive home and eat with mom and dad and then come back to school.
So Night Stress says, so Travis P11 was spoiled. I guess if your parents dropping you off at school makes you spoiled, I guess you could say so. But I mean, for 6 months out of the year, I rode my bicycle, so hardly.
Yeah, when I was in high school, we weren't allowed to leave the school. But the junior RTC instructors, if we left them money and told them what we wanted, they would order like pizza or something for us.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's freaking awesome. What was it? Somebody was making a comment saying that they came here for the blizzard that I promised. Well, it's a lot worse outside, Eric, than it is here in what you can see through the window. If I go outside, it'd be pretty nasty. I probably could with this thing, to be honest with you, but I don't lose my signal. Poor Conservative says had 2 of those fast on packed snow on ice. Oh, there you go.
Now, I grew up next to a reservoir, so we had an embankment that was built up as part of the dam. And while the one side of it facing the water, of course, was riprap, but it was just grass and dirt on the other side, about probably 40-degree angle or so, 45. And yeah, people used to go up there and go down it with their sleds and stuff. It was fun. You get a lot of speed going down that thing.
So let's see. Honda, is Honda still here? Or did he drop out? He's not here. I was going to ask him about a snow hill that I used to go down in Colorado that we went down it a couple times. We went skiing, so I was going to see if he's here. Maybe he'll come back in here. He might have got dropped. I never know how good the whole StreamYard signal thing is going to work. So they have a really cool. God, it's kind of over by Winter Park, Colorado. They've got one of those. They got like this like professional hill that you slide down. I call it professional because it has a freaking ski lift that takes you back up to the top.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Yeah, you have a big inner tube that you ride on, and you start going so fast, you just start getting sprayed in the face with like icy snow. And I can't remember what it was called, but it was over there by Winter Park. It might even be part of the Winter Park area, which that's an awesome place to go skiing. That's so much fun. A little bit deceiving because they have what's called a green, which is like one of the easiest levels to ski on. They've got 2 greens that you can go down, and if you want to take the shorter one to get back to the lodge, it's a nice drop, and they consider it a green. So if you watch it, the majority of the people going down the green are rolling down it. And then if you don't mind walking a little ways, you can take the other green trail and ski down that. And then when you get to the bottom, you have to go like 100 yards over to the lodge or 50 yards over to the lodge. And that one's not bad. But yeah, Winter Park's a lot of fun, man.
Now they're arguing about blizzards over in the chat as far as.
Oh my gosh, what's going on here? So the Royal. Okay, let's make it a food chat. We can definitely do this right now. I'm a big fan of the pumpkin pie blizzard. My grandma and I had that discovery that we're both huge fans of that one when we were talking blizzards the other day. The strawberry cheesecake blizzard is really freaking good. Yeah, the Royal Strawberry Rich, you got me on that one. I mean, I go old school. I kick it classic. I go Oreo most of the time, but yeah.
Heath Bar has always been my favorite.
Ooh, yeah, I like those by themselves. Yep. But
I went through Burger King the other day, and they had Oreo shakes. Those are awesome.
Ooh, I might have to go venture out into the Tauntaun territory here and go get me one of those.
Yeah.
So,
the only one around here that has a Sheets would probably be Kingpin. Besides me, and we already talked about it. He doesn't like pumpkin pie, but Sheets has a pumpkin pie milkshake that is to kill for.
Who has that?
Sheets. It's a gas station chain here.
Oh, okay.
I love pumpkin pie. Are you kidding?
We picked up one. My wife picked one up for her job at Costco. We got a Costco membership, and I just want to say right now, I freaking love that place. I don't care what people think about it. It's such compared to Sam's Club. Costco is it's a grade above, and they got these pumpkin pies that are just massive. Like over a foot in diameter, and they're like $6, and they weigh like 4.5 pounds. They've got a pecan that weighs about almost 4 pounds, and it's $13.99. And then they've got an apple that's $7 or $8.99. It weighs the ones that are looking at 3.5, 4 pounds. I mean, these are just huge. But man, you go through that place the first time, it's just amazing the variety that they have and the prices and stuff. And the only reason why we go there, the only reason why we started going there is because it's closer to the wife's apartment than Sam's Club. I mean, it's like 5 minutes away versus 20 to get to where the wife lives. So
the sizes of pies at Costco are like mind blowing.
Dude, and their pastries are freaking unreal. Yeah.
Yeah. The pies at Costco are like when you watch the old time Westerns and the pies like 5 inches thick.
Yeah, they are. They're cheesecakes, man. And you can't even make them for that price at home. I mean, you really can't. No. You can't there's no way you can buy enough stuff to make a 4.5 pound pumpkin pie for $6. I mean, just the pumpkin alone, because you got to buy evaporated milk, you got to buy the spices, you got to get your crust, whether you make it or buy it. I mean, you're going to spend way more than that. My grandma makes it delicious, like just standard pumpkin pie, but she probably drops, probably $7 or $8 on one, just on the ingredients alone.
Have you taken a look at their pizzas yet? Their pre-made pizzas?
Oh yeah. We eat their pizza all the time. We get it in the deli. We have not picked up the pre-made ones yet, though. Yeah,
They do not use pizza pepperoni. They use sandwich pepperoni on their pepperoni pizza.
Yes. They're okay. Their pizza. If you guys never been to a Costco, slice of pizza and a drink at Costco is $2, and then you can get a quarter-pound hot dog and a drink for $1.59. I mean,
man, those hot dogs are awesome too.
Yeah, their hot dogs are unreal. All beef. Yep.
Yeah, and you can buy those in the cooler, in the meat cooler. There, they sell them in. You can buy them and cook them at home. We have little electric oven that also has a rotisserie thing in there, and that's how we cook. We put them in the rotisserie basket and cook them in that.
Oh heck yeah, dude! So there's an argument going on. So who is it? Somebody, Tennessee gun guys throwing down the gauntlet. Sweet potato pie is better than pumpkin pie. Changed my mind, dude. I'm not going to argue that.
They're both good.
Oh God, yeah. There's room in my stomach for both of them, and I love like those yams with the marshmallows on the top and stuff.
Oh God, yeah. Burn them just a little bit.
The brown sugar on the top, kind of crunchy, man. That right there. You like that, Gary?
Yeah, oh God, Mom used to make that all the time. Yeah.
Even the crappy frozen ones that you bake are just as good. I don't complain. That's the yams. You put some brown sugar on them, some butter, and some marshmallows.
You know what? You guys are giving me diabetes just listening to you.
Pre-diabetes. Now, come on now. We're not liable. The opinions expressed on this podcast are not those of the Trav IP11 network. So you're watching this show at your own risk. And if you end up gaining 5 pounds by the end of the show, that's totally on you.
And I gained 5 pounds just being on the panel. Hey, guys, I'm going to drop out. I've got to go back down on the factory floor.
All right, man. You go get you some yams. Go get you some sweet potato pie there, Squib. All right.
Yeah, I think I'll just stick to green bean casserole.
That's good.
I think we should all do a tabletop review of Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh yeah.
That's it. We could all argue over which stuffing is better, stovetop or that weird stuff your grandma makes with raisins. Oof. Damn. I don't know. White meat or dark meat? That's an epic battle right there. I just do both. I'm not going to get in an argument about that. I'll
Except
take
everybody's got to sleep for 2 hours after they eat before they.
Oh,
can
I
do
know.
anything.
Yeah, that gravy kicks in, and then man, the farts afterwards are unholy. Good God, because there's just your body's like, you know what? You're going to put that in me. I want to bring it back to you, big time, right? With a vengeance. With a vengeance. Yes.
Yeah. We forgot one thing at Costco that's really good. I don't know if you've tried it or not. Have you tried their Kirkland brand beef jerky?
Yes, they were putting out samples of it last week, and I tried it for the first time. That sweet kippered beef or that teriyaki. Yes. Oh my God, dude.
It's made out of it. It's like you're eating steak. It's not like you're eating beef jerky. That stuff is.
Oh, yes.
It melts in your mouth as you're chewing it. I mean, it is.
I don't think there isn't anything at Costco. We took my mom and my stepdad there for the first time last weekend, and they were doing samples, and my God, they were passing out smoked salmon, Gruyere cheese, samples of just everything.
If you got kids, you take them to Costco, and you don't have to buy them dinner while you're at shopping.
No, and you can take as much as you want. At Sam's Club, they yell at you if you grab like more than one, or go back to like, are you only supposed to have one? Costco, they're like, eat. Have 3, have 4. They're so good. They're right over there if you want some. I mean, they literally know how to sell the product, man. I'm just telling you right now.
Costco's like going to my friend's house on snow day.
Yep. I mean, yeah.
If anybody, I don't know anybody who's here's had a friend whose mother was Italian, and you couldn't go to their house without having to eat something. That's the way Costco is.
yeah, basically. Do they do samples all day long every day, or is that just a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing?
They do that constantly.
Good God, man.
Food samples.
It's like, oh, Hot Pockets. I've never had those before. I'll take like half of one. They were sampling all kinds of goodies there the other day.
And stuff too, man. Like you go get a sample of the strawberry with the whipped cream on it. That is the sweetest strawberry I have ever tasted.
Oh yeah. Their food it's amazing. Y'all need to get yourself a Costco membership. Quit your Sam's Club membership and go get a Costco membership. That's it.
Yeah, but there's no Costco near me. That's a problem. I have to go play Kansas City.
Wait, we have something that you don't? That's insane, Gary. No way.
Topeka has a Sam's Club. They don't have a Costco.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What do we got here? We got somebody's talking about bean pie, navy bean pie. Anybody ever had navy bean pie? It's good. I had never had that before. I mean, I'm down for any kind of pie.
I love navy beans. I can't imagine what a navy bean pie would be like, but I
think I've had that more in like a ham and bean soup or whatever. Is that kind of?
Yeah.
What annoys me is my wife won't make pecan pie anymore because our son's allergic to it.
Oh, dude, go to Costco and go buy one, and then just don't share it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they're fantastic. Or go pay, just about any kind of. Honestly, a lot of the desserts you just buy in the store that are pre-made. I mean, they're not bad. Cheesecakes or pecan pies and stuff like that.
That's small single serving ones.
You know what's good? Have you tried those little circle 50-cent pies that they have at Walmart?
Oh yes. Those little apple ones or the cherry ones. Yep.
Yeah. If you go to your local grocery store, which I mean, maybe you guys out in big states don't have that kind of stuff, but Rich will know what I'm talking about. The bakery department, they make their stuff, fresh every single day. So you can always get all kinds of tasty, sugary treats from the bakery department in your local grocery store.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah.
When I worked at the Giant Eagle in Pittsburgh, which is a supermarket chain in Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Ohio, southwestern Pennsylvania and Ohio, they the deli section made New York style cheesecake.
Ooh. Like they made them from scratch?
Yeah, they made that from scratch, and then the bakery had the more like British style cheesecake. So, I mean, you had your choice of which style cheesecake you wanted, the New York style or the British style.
Oh, damn.
I ain't got none of this food in my house, people.
So, Poor Conservative is chiming in out there. He says that we have both memberships. Sam's meat is way better than Costco, and they'll cut to order. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with them on that. The Sam's Club hamburger and chicken, I mean, the boneless, skinless chicken breast alone justifies the price of a membership because it's way cheaper per pound than buying it like at Walmart or any other store. I mean, it just is. We've been buying. That's usually where we get the meat. If I don't, otherwise I get, I'll buy my dad with him working in the packing plant. He'll get boxes of steaks and stuff like that, and I'll buy in on that. But yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. The Sam's Club meat is definitely worth noting. Yep.
Yeah, we have an old school butcher shop here in town that we go to for meat, and they have really good prices on their meats.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. And see, that's just it. We don't have one nearby. It's about a 70-mile round trip for me to get to a decent meat market or a butcher shop. And it's worth it. It's worth the trip. Oh, they have, it's so cool. I need to see if I can do a tour of this place someday. It is a gun store and butcher store. So they have like rifle racks between the cases of the meat that they sell. It's a smokehouse butcher shop, and they have guns and ammo there, like, all over the place. Like you walk in on your left side, they've got a glass case with pistols in it, and you go off to the right, they got the case of like all the fried deli foods. Yeah, and then next to that they've got the fresh seafood, and then to the left of that they've got the racks of rifles.
Yeah, did you ever hear me tell it when I was talking about the general store that's near here? The Kingpin knows where it's at now, because when we came back from BC, we drove right by there, so he knows where it's at. But you walk in and it's like a convenience store, right? And then you walk to the back of the store. On the left-hand corner of the store, you got the gun counter, and on the right-hand counter, you got the archery counter. And then out back, they actually have a little archery range where you can try out the crossbows and bows and stuff.
Oh man, that's freaking cool!
And outdoor clothing section and stuff.
Oh, dude. Is this a chain or not?
No, it's a little mom and pop shop.
Dude, we need more places like that, man. I'm all for it.
And they do like food and stuff. Like you can go in and you can buy pizza from them. They do burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
They do milkshakes and sundaes and like banana splits. I mean, and they every so often they do where you can order meats through them too. They get with a local meat packer, and they get packages like quarterly that you can go and order meat through them for. But it's like a really big order. It's like you got to pay like $700, but if $700, you're filling your freezer,
Oh yeah. That's freaking awesome, man. A couple comments floating in here over on the chat. So G-Web said, thank you to Travis P11 for the help with the laptop research last night. Yeah, on the Daily Gun Show? Is that what I was on last night? I think. Is that, yeah? G-Web was doing some research on a new laptop to pick up so he can finally get himself a nice solid bit of hardware to do his work on, because he's been using some older computers. And we just did a little research and looked around for some prices and kind of checked out specs and stuff. And he ordered it's amazing what you can get for the money these days with computers. And it's spec'd out really well. I mean, you kind of want to buy a little more than what you need when you get a laptop, because you're buying yourself time before you have to replace it. And he's got a nice one coming. But yeah, what he paid for that was about $200 more than what I paid for my first laptop that I bought back in 1999. And G-Web's laptop is probably 8 to 9 times faster. So I think I spent $1,000 on my laptop. It's just amazing what you can get these days for the money.
I watched that last night. Oh, I watched that this morning, the replay.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand a word that you two were saying, but I couldn't turn it off. I was totally interested in the whole conversation, even though I could. It's like you were speaking a foreign language.
Yeah,
well, dude, okay, here's what you do. And
whoops.
G-Webs didn't want Travis to give out the secret, so he cut him off.
Yeah. Well, what did he get? I just want to know what he got.
Yeah. Travis,
well, you can always go back and watch the Daily Gun Show.
Yeah, I know. But, we're talking about it now.
Oh, there he goes. He's refreshed.
Yeah. Come on. Come back, computer.
Let's go ahead and turn the camera off here real quick. Yeah. I'm just going to turn the camera off for a little while. That'll save on some bandwidth. I made the mistake of jumping on the 5 gigahertz band, and that has got a limited signal from where the router is in the house. So the further I get away from the wireless hotspot, the crappier the signal. So, and I don't want to switch over to the other band because I'll lose my connection altogether. So, but yeah, no, Kingpin. If you check out my B channel on those little budget laptop reviews that I do, I really keep the terms simple, and it kind of explains what to look for when you buy those things.
That's not too bad what G-Web's got. You know what I usually do when I go to buy a laptop? I look on eBay at the manufactured refurbished,
Yeah.
My Alienware. This is a $2,300 Alienware. I paid $1,600 for it, manufacturer refurbished.
And you get at least a 90-day warranty with it, right? If not a full year.
No. I had 3-year warranty on this when I bought it.
Oh wow. Woo.
And that warranty also included in-home service.
Wow.
So I mean, whenever I'm looking for a laptop, I always check eBay first because you usually get some good prices. Like right now,
Yeah.
I have to find a new 2-in-1 because mine's dying. I'm looking at an HP on there, X360 with the i3-8130U, 8 gigabits of RAM and a 500 gigabit hard drive, which I'm going to swap out for the SSD that I have in my other 2-in-1. $340.
Oh wow, that's not bad. What is that? What is that processor? What series is that? Is it? You said AMD?
It's an Intel i3-8130U. That's
okay.
That's 8th generation.
Yeah, because
they're just coming out with. They just started rolling out the 10th generation, but they had just rolled out the 9th generation not that long ago either. So it's not that old of a processor.
So if you guys are out looking for computers, the way that Intel markets their processors, it's a lot like BMW's. You know, BMW's got a 3 series, a 5 series, a 7 series. Intel, when they do their processors, they got an i3, an i5, an i7, an i9. And the higher the number, the more expensive the processor typically, and the more powerful the processor. So that's kind of what you need to look for if you're looking for a laptop. The i3s are great. I mean, I've always been a big fan of AMD, you know, to save a little bit of money on processors, but the Intel ones, it's hard to beat their performance. I mean, that's just a fact, you know.
I don't know, man. Have you seen the new Ryzens?
Yeah, okay. You want to go there? I'm not going to argue. Yeah. It used to be.
Right now, I'm in the process of putting together a Ryzen system for my daughter for school. We got the Ryzen 7 3700K or X, excuse me, a 650 watt power supply. The Asus Republic of Gamers motherboard. I forget which model exactly, and whatnot that we're putting in there. And then the other thing we got to get yet is a video card for it. Once all this stuff gets here, put that together, and
that's gonna be a beast, dude.
Yes, it is.
G-Web was chiming in. He said he got himself a nice ultra wide monitor. Yeah, he was looking at. I think he got a 30-inch monitor. And you know, we were talking about going with the TV versus going with the monitor. And the monitor, you're gonna get. I mean, the TVs anymore are just fantastic. The 4Ks are nice and bright and clear and stuff. But the refresh rate on those is better on the monitors versus televisions.
No, have you seen the new LGs?
Well, okay, yeah.
LG just came out with a TV that has NVIDIA G-Sync on it.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, it's a legitimate computer monitor.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's a 27-inch curved monitor, and I love the curved monitors.
It used to be you get a lot of like blending on the screen. If you do any kind of gaming or anything with like graphics or video, you can start to pixelate out because of the refresh rate was so.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily the 120 hertz or 240 hertz. There's a different level of refresh that if you get one that's like below 1, like a 0.8 or 0.7 or whatever,
Yeah, that all has to do with the fact that TV shows and movies are recorded at a different frame rate than what you play like games and stuff at.
Yep.
Like a game, you might be looking at 60 frames per second if you're running on ultra 4K, right? Whereas a TV or a movie was filmed at 24 frames per second. So you don't need a high super refresh rate on a TV like you would on a computer monitor.
Yeah. CG saying, I think we figured I could get more screen, but I would need to go for a real Friday store deal for that. Yeah, he just wanted to order everything and just get it. And the whole idea was being able to save time on the sheer amount of video that he deals with and the projects that he works on. It's nice to have a capable machine that's not going to get laggy, that's not going to take a lot of time to export video. I mean, when you do content creation, I mean, you need tools that are going to be efficient, so you're not wasting your time. And you can get by on a bare minimum. There's nothing wrong with that as a content creator, but it helps to have good gear that's going to save you time, so you don't get frustrated waiting for stuff to open or files to transfer or stuff to export, especially video. G is saying, can the video be swapped out? Probably not, G. It's probably built onto the motherboard itself, the chipset. So I mean, you've got a solid integrated video card that's going to handle, I think, what you want to do.
Yeah, unless you got something like a Clivo or an Alienware or a Sager. based system. Something's based like a Sager or a Clevo, which you could get from a custom builder like what am I thinking here? I'm trying to think. iBuyPower or there's another one I can't think of right now, but actually I bought my desktop through the card desktop I have through what was it? Damn it, I can't remember the name of the company now. But they use like Clevo and Sager based systems. You can change the graphic card in those. Alienware, you can change the graphics cards in those. Like my old Alienware, the one I had before this one, before it died, I had changed out the graphics card in that from being a GTX 580M to being a Radeon HD, what was it, 8790M, which is a much better graphics card. So it depends on what laptop you have.
There's a possibility he's getting a Dell G7, I think is what the series is.
Yeah, that
got a
G7's
GTX 1060,
yeah,
6
my daughter.
gigabyte. So
My daughter has one of their G5s. I don't know if they solder those ones in or not. You would have to look and see if the card's soldered in or not. If it's not, you can look on eBay because they might sell replacement cards. Like if you want to upgrade it down the road to a 1070 or a 1080 or an R60 or an R7 RTX, you know what I mean? You might be able to, but chances are, since it's an actual Dell branded one, it might actually be soldered in there in the laptop, and you might not be able to.
Yeah, it's hard telling, man. Oh man, this snow is just not letting up. Let me turn the camera back on here. Again, I need to just go step outside so you can see how bad it really is. I'm debating when I want to actually shovel. I want to catch the sidewalk, and I don't even know if I'm going to get the snowblower out. The problem with this snow is it's so slushy that as soon as I try to throw it, there's a chance that it's going to clog up the snowblower. Then I'm going to waste 30 minutes where I could have just been out there and just tackled it with a shovel quick and been done with it.
Yeah, John Z brings up a good point. If you have a Thunderbird out or in on your motherboard,
yep,
and which would be out one of the ports on the laptop, obviously, you can plug in a device that will allow you to have an actual desktop.
Yep.
Video card attached to your laptop, and it'll process through that. Alienware actually makes a proprietary one where I can do that. I have the Thunderbird input or whatever it's called now, and also the proprietary one. I could actually plug in 2 desktop video cards to this thing. I don't know if you could SLI or Crossfire them, but I could do it. I don't see the point in it because the series Alienware I have Onward, because I have one that has the 1070 in it. That's an actual desktop 1070 that's just declocked a little bit because for heating purposes, they tone down the clock and they tone down the voltage on it. If I were to put the BIOS on there, because there's an unlocked BIOS where I could actually crank those back up to stock, I could actually have a desktop 1070 in my Alienware right now.
Oh wow! In your laptop?
Yeah. And
That's pretty cool.
The new Alienware they just came out with, the Area 51M, that actually has a desktop processor and a desktop video card in it. It has the i9 9900K in it. That's an insane processor.
Monster, dude. That's a pretty solid. That's a solid little processor, man. That's a pretty good, decent piece of hardware. Yeah.
And if you wanted to, you could buy the cheapest model of that, which has the i7 9700K in it. Take out the i7 and put in the new i9 9900KS, which is the newest one that they just released this past week in there.
Oh, okay.
You can actually change out your laptop CPU now on the new Alienware.
That's crazy, man. That's nice though, because it gives you some expansion options. You don't have to turn around and buy a new laptop, 2 years later or 3 years later, because you're kind of lagging behind in just in terms of what the requirements are for the software. So, and that was something I did mention at G-Webs last night, was the external video card enclosure. So you can get a box that's got a cable in it that plugs into your laptop. And what it does is it basically pushes off the processing power on an external video card that's then hooked up to a monitor. And it's kind of the go-between between your screen and your computer. Problem with that is that for him being mobile and trying to be on the road and stuff, you'd have to take that with you. And they're not big, but it'd be like having to lug a shoebox with you everywhere you go,
Yeah, I
Which is a
just
great
thought
move,
of
like
something.
work on a home system or game at home, or you just don't want to spend the money on a tower, you know?
Yeah, I just realized Nice Strike must not be out there in the chat anymore.
Oh,
He'd be having a heart attack because I said I'm building my daughter a Ryzen system.
He doesn't. I thought he likes the Ryzen processors.
Yeah, he did, but we used to argue like a year or so ago about how Intel was so much better, whether Intel was better than AMD or not. And I just said I'm building an AMD system. He would be having a conniption right now. I know people are out there.
Well, I mean, it's hard to argue just sheer performance numbers. I mean, Intel is definitely up there, but AMD's made massive strides in the last, 20 years. So
The new Threadrippers that are going to come out with this week are going to destroy anything that Intel has.
Yeah.
Have you seen the benchmarks on those things? It's insane. They have a 64 thread chip they're coming out with this week.
Dude, it's just the way that technology's going in hardware and stuff. It's just unreal. I mean, it's almost to the point that we've got stuff that's so much more powerful than what we can actually utilize,
Yeah, it's got an actual 32 cores on it.
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
Let's see, what do we got here? So a couple comments here. Dog Dad is saying, gratefully, my wife's not driving in the snow today. Yeah, it would not be fun. I mean, I don't mind this. I mean, luckily, I'm only 4 blocks away from my job, which makes it easy for me to get to. But it's getting worse now. I got a feeling, I don't know, just they may just go ahead and burn our second snow day and call off school tomorrow, because we're only in school till 1:30 because of the Thanksgiving break. And I mean, as soon as this stops and the roads are clear, people are going to need to get on the road and stuff. So I don't know what they're gonna. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I'm fine either way. I just wish it would stop and go out and shovel and be done with it. But I don't know, man. All right, anyway, back to the comments here with AMD and Intel. He likes the story Intel a little bit better. Yeah, Intel's. I mean, I've never had problems with their products before. What else we got going on here? How do I make the comments flash across the bottom of the screen? What do I do to activate that, guys?
Just click on it. Go over to where live comments are and click on the comment you want to highlight.
Okay, there we go. Does it flash the comments, the new ones up there, though? It doesn't, does it? I thought you could make it so they automatically get pushed across.
No, you got to do it individually.
Yeah. So G-Webs is asking me a question. You heading out of town there? Yeah, I want to. If it's like this, I probably won't be going anywhere, because if the highway's closed, I can't get to where I want to go. I could drive through it, but if the highways are closed, and we're supposed to get this off and on for like the next 4 days. So I don't know. I might be just doing a little TV dinner here at the house on Thursday if it doesn't clear up.
Yeah. Find 8 Bass is it's like a $2,000 chip. Yes, it is. It is a $2,000 chip.
Oh God.
But it's still cheaper than the newest one that Intel rolled out, which doesn't have as many cores.
Oh dang. Yeah, it'll drop in price though. I mean, just look at things. Technology prices always drop. As stuff comes out and it gets more on the general population.
This is only the second generation of Threadripper, and the prior generation of Threadripper is still up in the $1,500 to $1,600 range.
Yeah.
Those don't tend to drop because those are for business uses. Like if you're running a Hollywood studio, that's what you would have in your video processing thread. They process video faster than anything that's out there on the market. You're talking okay, the newest, the Ryzen 7 3900X and 3950X can do minute to minute, right? 1 minute of processing time, video processing time to 1 minute of video that you actually see. You following me?
Yeah.
The Threadrippers process video faster than that. You're looking at seconds of processing time for every minute of video, of actual watchable video. It's insane how fast those chips are.
Because right now I'm pretty much a 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 on exporting. For every minute of video I render, it takes me 2 minutes for my tower to push it out at 1080p.
Yeah. If you had a Threadripper, every minute would be like 30 seconds.
Oh man,
or
we're so spoiled these days.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's G-Web saying? Oh, lame, like when you see those railroad crossing gates on the highway on ramps, why don't they just let you drive onto it? Well, it does, G. Unfortunately, they closed the highways down because of accidents. I mean, you're going to come upon a bunch of cars that are piled up. So that's one of the main reasons why they closed down the highway and the interstate. I'll tell you what, they close the highway or the interstate tonight, it's going to probably be pretty ugly in the morning. I can tell you that. What else we got here? We're all getting new computers. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with mine. I'm still running a tower that I built about 4 years ago. I haven't had to do anything to it. I only got what do we got here? They call that a Blizzard. Teachers will say anything to skip class nowadays. Yeah, I know, multi-car pileups on the highway and the interstate. That's no excuse, right? No, I'm fine, dude. I'm fine with us having school. I enjoy school. I enjoy teaching. I have a lot of fun with it, and, but it's not fun. It's not fun outside right now. Let's see. Doghead says, I run my business online. What's he saying here? I'm trying to get highlighted. And was done using my hand-me-down Dell AIO or A10. 4 gigs of RAM is not ideal for video processing or anything like that. Yeah, I agree. Am I roboting out there, guys?
Just a little.
All right. Yeah, I got to make sure that this Chromebook's not on 5 gigahertz next time when I do this live, because I get up and move maybe a little bit closer to the access point, but I got to pick up and move everything else I've already set up here. So, oh man, so you guys see any of the good gun deals at all? Is there anything out there that we should be looking for? Or?
I haven't really been paying attention.
Let's check.
3 or 4 Black Friday shows this week. So
yeah, Snob's doing one.
Snobs did one already, and he did a live show. Then he did a recorded video. You did a live show. I think
they started live shows, so
I think we should do lots of them, because a lot of people are going to catch stuff in their area.
Oh yeah,
I've been looking more at tech stuff, and there really hasn't been much of anything tech-wise so far.
As far as gun deals, yeah, there's good stuff out there, depending on what you're looking for.
All right, so I'm on PSA's website right now. I'm not going to do screen share because it's going to cut into my bandwidth and stuff, but 1,000 rounds of 115 grain 9mm brass, $139. Free shipping, and so that's $189, and there's a $50 mail-in rebate from Federal. 223, 600 rounds for $159, so you can get 1,200 for $318. That's not bad. That's a really good price actually, but it's on 55 grain. I like to shoot something a little bit heavier than that. 45 ACP, $149 for 600 rounds after rebate. I do like this, so they've got the mid-length 16-inch upper over on PSA's website with the lower parts kit complete for $289. That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but somebody had refurbished Yugo 7.62 by 39 for not a lot. By refurbished, what they did was they pulled the rounds, dumped out all the corrosive stuff, and then reloaded them with non-corrosive. You know how all the Yugo surplus was always corrosive. And
but would it have been the primers though?
Yeah, but the primers out, you got to dump out the powder and everything.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Because remember, those are damn primed and everything.
Yes, that's a good point.
So they went and reloaded all that back up, and then packed them all back up in the original spam and resealed the spam cans and everything, and we're selling it for not that much. I don't remember who it was that was selling it though.
Let me know if you find that, because I'm looking for. I need a case of 7.62 by 39. I'd really like to get me a nice case of another case of 1,000.
Yeah,
so I'm starting running that through my AR platform that I got here now.
They were selling it by the wooden crate with the sealed up spam cans inside of it. I don't remember who the hell it was. I got it in my email a couple of days ago.
Yeah. What do we got here? PSA's got an M&P 2 with the case and a vertical foregrip light and a flip-up rear sight for $529. That's not bad at all. They got their MBUS sights on sale. Now what do we got here? We got an Axis 2 308 bolt action Realtree for $329. I don't know if that's the same thing. Cabela's was going to have them for $200 on Black Friday. Different calibers with that camo synthetic stock. Really good deal. They've got their AK, their Gen 3 forged AKs on PSA for $519 with Magpul furniture. That's a freaking bargain right there. You get about $150 worth of furniture alone on that thing. What else we got here? Vortex Venom Red Dot for $229. 6-out Romeo 5 with 10 PMags for $199. That's a really good deal. Bulk carry group for $50. Let's see here. You guys see anything else good at all? Is my my audio still coming across here, guys?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, we're good. Okay. What are we talking about? Super chat battles? Are they gonna put me in the chat battles now? Am I getting in the ring with the apes or what?
You need to be on the good boy side, on the pancake side, man.
I am. I'm not. I got nothing against Honda. I love the guy like a brother, but I'm all about the pancakes, man. I'm all about the making bacon pancakes. You know. Travis Midnight Range TM is part of the Travi. I mean, I can't not swear allegiance to him, you know, or him to me or whatever. He's loyal to the Travi clan, so you know, obviously.
Those chat battles have both been pretty close and competitive.
So they're playing like a Jeopardy style game. That's what G was explaining to me, where they answer questions and stuff, or what?
Yeah, he was throwing questions out, and then basically, if you were on the pancake side, you'd yell out pancakes, or they'd yell out frogs, and whoever he heard first got to answer the question. But they were like, gun history question: which came first, this gun or that gun, or what year was this developed, or the first person to produce a rifle on their screen. There's a little bit of everything, so it was kind of fun. I mean, you never knew what
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's super fun, man. And for just doing it on the fly, we've run 2 of them so far, at least that I'm aware of, and they were both pretty much on the fly. Just like, hey, here's an idea, let's do this. And for just here's an idea, let's do this, it went pretty smooth too. Trying to work between 2 different live chat rooms at one time, and it still went pretty smooth. So I think that it's really fun.
Yeah, I found who was selling it at surplusammo.com.
Oh, okay. How much is it?
It depends on how much you order.
Oh, okay. 1,000 rounds.
Yeah. You want 1,000? Well, they don't have it in 1,000. You would have to get a 1,260 round is the closest they have to 1,000.
Well, twist my arm on that one. God.
They want $415.99 for 1,260 rounds of that in the Spam can, or in a tin can rather. If you get it by the crate, or you can get it by the crate for the same price.
Ooh, it's getting ugly out there. Maintainers coming around right now.
G-Web's just got a.
This isn't steel case; it's brass case and non-magnetic. So
wow.
G-Web's has got a pretty good game idea. He says each person gets $1,000 in fake money, then use only Black Friday ads, spend that $1,000 and do a bracket and see who gets the best $1,000 pile of loot.
That's not a half bad idea.
That would be pretty fun, man. There you go, G. It's something to try, man.
It's too bad it has to be fake money.
I wish it was real.
Mm-hmm.
Wish this was real money.
I'll buy some stuff for $1,000. Pretty easy.
I'll go ahead and volunteer Obnoxious to supply the $1,000 for everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh man. What do we got here in the comments? What's going on? Tiny 380s do tend to be snappy. I used to carry Taurus TCP for 3 years, and I switched to Glock 42. Yeah, just a tad bigger, but so much easier to shoot, Gary. I agree with you, man. Let's see here. TCP. I had a TCP for a while. I didn't think it was too bad, but it did buck pretty good, I noticed. Let's see. G saying anybody can take that and run with it.
Yeah, if you allow my screen share, you'll see what I'm talking about.
All right. Let's see what you got here.
Okay, so let me go back over to my mailbox here. But yeah, see this is.
Oh wow.
Yeah, see it's copper jacketed and brass case.
$6 for a 15-round box.
Yeah. Again, remember, this isn't the cheap steel case stuff. This is actual brass.
No, that's
case.
fine. Yeah, I bought some Privy Partisan. I think I paid $11.99 for a box of 20, just so I could run some different types of ammo through my AR 769 or 762 build that I'm doing.
Yeah, this is all they did was took the bullets out, changed the powder and the primers, and put them back together again.
Oh wow!
So it's non-corrosive.
I could actually have some usable brass too. That would be nice. Reloading perspective, if you're not going to go through it that quick. So,
can you convert Berdan primer to boxer primer? I mean, you can reload Berdan, but it's harder to do.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Dog Dad said, did your TCP ever have issues feeding the last round? No, but the freaking magazine would pop out constantly. Like my fingers would rest on the handle just right, just so much to the point that the mag would pop out, which was pretty annoying. So that was something I didn't like about it. Let's see here. Let's bring back a little picture for you guys. Here we go. What else is good, guys? Anything else out there that is kind of catching your attention, or anything you guys are interested in?
I don't know. Gary mentioned the other night from a Snob show the $10 ammo box with the 20% off the ammo.
Yes.
Yeah, $14 ammo box, but yeah, that's a great deal.
You think about that. If you go buy yourself some 44 mag where you're dropping $40, $50 a box, and you get 20% off a box, and you can get 4 boxes in there, dude. You save $40, $50 right there.
Yeah, if I was close to Netwoods, I'd give it a try.
Or I'd go get maybe some premium hunting ammo, or get some of that $30 box, $40 box, precision ammo to play around with.
Because you can always use ammo.
Yep. I got a Dog Dad. I'm just picking on you. Just be picking it. I'm getting some serious comment screen time. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I got to manually flip between the comments. Oh, there goes Maintainer again.
Oh,
see that is why I don't shovel my sidewalk too early, because you get it done, and then they come by and they just bury it all back under again. So,
there's nothing like clearing out your driveway and then have them put a nice ridge of ice and slush right at the end of your drive. You have to bust.
Oh, I know. I'm going to have a moat there until April, but I just drive right through in the Jeep. I don't even worry about it. Just put her in 4 and just go. Are you going to back over it again, dude? Is that what you're going to do? No, I'm just
you can do that with a Jeep. You can't do that with a small compact car.
Oh, if you get enough momentum going there, you can ram right through it.
Yeah, and then you tear stuff up on the bottom of your car like I did one year.
Take out the oil pan, catch the belt.
Loose on that car of mine doing that.
Yeah, in Pittsburgh, my stepdad would always have us go dig the car up before they would come and plow. And one year I just caught on. I was like, no, I'm not going to go dig that damn car out until the plow comes through. I'm not digging it out a second time.
Yeah, I'm not even. And part of this too, it's blowing out right now and snowing. So until it stops, there's really no point me even touching it, because I'm gonna go do it, and then it's gonna get covered up again. Whereas now, I guess at this point, I could probably justify getting out the snowblower and just hitting it when it finally stops. So might be a little late night cleaning session here going on in the neighborhood.
Yeah, where I lived, we didn't have driveways and garages, right? So you parked on the street, and they would come by. You dig your car up before they came by, and you were digging it out a second time.
Oh yeah. If you're on the street here, they're gonna bury you. My neighbor lady across the street couldn't get her car out, and so we helped her unbury her car from the snow, and then the car wouldn't move for some reason, and she had just bought in the car, and she didn't realize that every time she started, it was a Chrysler 200. I think that the rear park brake engages every time that you turn it off. You have to manually turn off the park brake, or it was set to do that. So she's sitting there trying to drive, and the car's like tugging itself, like slipping and sliding. And I noticed the back wheels weren't moving. And I go, "Is your park brake on?" She's like, "Oh my God." We spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out what was wrong with her car, trying to push her out under. I mean, there was like no snow around the car at all. I'm like, "Why is your car not moving?" And the electric park brake was kicking in. So
yeah, that's always fun when your parking brake is kicking in.
I'm noticing that your window's starting to freeze up pretty good.
Yeah, we're dropping off in temperature here. I can back up a little bit. That's the glass on the outside. Yeah, because it was melting when we started the chat, wasn't it?
Was.
Yeah.
It was just icing. It was just running down. Now it's freezing.
But what was really fun in Pittsburgh was they didn't have like the little pickup truck with the blade on the front or the little dump truck. No, they had the big stall trucks like what the state highway department uses to clear off interstates. So when those things threw snow, they were throwing snow.
Oh yeah. They got the big plow up on the front of it or whatever, and they just go around your vehicle. Yep. Well, I'm hoping the next place we move to, we're going to have a 2-car garage. That's what we're planning on, so I don't have to worry about leaving the car out. Because for years and years and years, in the little apartment we were living in when we first moved out here, my car had always sat outside. So we will see what happens. Yeah, what is the temperature? I'm going to check and see if it's dropped below freezing now. That'd be a good thing because I really would rather just get the snowblower out for 15 minutes and clear all this stuff out and be done with it than anything else, you know? Oh, what are we sitting at right now? Oh, I noticed that Midnight Range was making a comment earlier about red flags for snow. Let's see. Dog Dad says, when does the final move happen? So Dog Dad, here's the deal. We're moving into our new place in Lincoln, Nebraska in second week of April. We're going to be out of the current place that my wife is in the first week in April, moving into the place that we're going to stay in for at least a year. Probably just going to rent a townhouse or get a larger apartment. We'll be there moving stuff out of here and moving into there about the second week in April. And then May 1st, I have to be out of the house that we're living in right now because the owners are going to be taking over ownership May 1st. And so I'm just basically just going to be sleeping on my bed and that's it. And then we'll get that out that weekend and be done with it. So May 1st, I'm going to be moving in with a family here in town. They're friends of mine and I've known them for a long time. They've got a room they're going to let me stay in. So I'm going to be there for probably 3 weeks. And really good people, nice people. They're actually fans of they go down to the Wanamaker Gun Show quite often. So they're Pro 2A family, which is really cool. So I might be doing a few shows from just a remote room somewhere. And then school gets done for us, I think, May 20th. And then after that, I'll have the summer. But I got everything pretty much boxed up at this point. If I showed you my living room, it's just a bunch of Home Depot boxes, a recliner, and a rug. And that's it. I mean, we sold the dinner table. We sold the hutch. I've gotten rid of everything except for a couch downstairs and the bed upstairs. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah, that's what's going down right now. The sidewalk's a perfect reason to have a flamethrower. I agree. That or just some sidewalk salt. That does a pretty good job too. But, funny thing about this is if I shovel it at least once and it starts to warm up a little bit outside, it'll melt the sidewalk pretty quick. So I don't have to worry about it. And our town, I mean, I love living here, but they don't enforce sidewalk cleaning at all. So if you don't clean your sidewalk, if it sits like that for a week, nobody's going to say anything. The city won't come ticket you or cite you or do anything like that at all. So, I mean, I do clear my sidewalk, even though I'm at the end of the street. Not a lot of people use my sidewalk. I still do anyway. But that's just kind of small town life, I guess you could say. So what's G saying there? Why don't people run tubes under their sidewalk, then just run hot water through it? Yeah, I've heard of that before. People that have like heated foundations and stuff for their homes and stuff. There might be people that do that. That's a good question. I'll tell you what, right now, that you got to keep that water hot. 'Cause if that pipe freezes and bursts, you're gonna have a mess, dude.
Yeah, the Romans actually used to do that. They would have the well-to-do back in ancient Rome. They would actually do that. They had hot water that would run in pipes through their floors and stuff, and that's how they would keep their villas and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Just backstage again, Travis.
Oh, okay. Thanks, man. Oh, there's Calaveras right there. And Honda, get you in here too. We can have
I was wondering how long I was going to be backstage.
Well, I couldn't see the top of your little window.
God, Travis, you invite people. You invite people to your chats and ignore them.
I know. I'm terrible. I'm just terrible like that. I mean,
dude, my neighbor's got a heated driveway. It's got like electrical coils that go underneath the walkway and the driveway under their bricks. So it gently heats the bricks. It's not water that they run through any kind of pipe. It's just electricity. And you just like flip a switch and you can watch the entire driveway just like melt before your eyes. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, to show this, look at this map. So the red dot is where I am. We're the only place in all of North America actually getting a snowstorm right now.
No, it's snowing here right now, dude.
Well, yeah, in Colorado, you guys are getting it. I'm just saying, like our little region, there's nothing else going on in the rest of the country. It's totally clear. Just a little bit of rain. Look at this. Just us. Dang. So Calaveras, what's up, man? How you doing?
Same old, same old. That's where driving. Got about an hour to go. That's where I've got to deliver something for my boss to clients. So I'm on the road. I was actually able to jump in today.
Did you guys catch any more snow out there at all, or not?
It's currently raining right now in the valley. Over the next 48 hours, they're expecting to pick up 2 to 3 feet of snow above 5,000 feet.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Well, anything to put out the forest fires, right?
Actually, I checked the Department of Fire's incident page this last week, and it didn't say anything about having any active fires going, so they must have gotten them all out.
They put out a report earlier and said that even with all the weather coming in, don't think that we're out of the fire season. Yeah, they were.
Oh yeah, that's for
just trying to make sure people don't get too comfortable, I guess.
Oh yeah, well that's for. It's not a perfect explanation, but how I was taught growing up is that's for the field's flammable until you can start seeing green grass sprouting up at the base of the ground. So it's that's usually well beyond fire season at that point. But the idea being, just because it's rained a little bit doesn't mean you can be stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, California about burned down to the ground there for a minute, didn't it?
Oof, God, it was getting bad. Yep.
Yeah, I was listening to
the entire state was on fire.
I was listening to this firefighter from there talk about it, and they were saying there is the potential for a perfect firestorm that starts in the mountains and then goes west all the way to the coast, burn right through LA or right through San Francisco.
There's a George Carlin skit where he talked about that. Have you ever listened to George Carlin's skit on that, on the end of the world?
No.
It all starts with the forest fire in California. Oh, dude, it is so freaking funny. Yeah.
I'm going to look that one up. I know that's where here a couple years back, the city of Santa Rosa lost a good portion of its buildings. And that's exactly what it was, is the wildfires started up in the mountains above it, and the winds were going through those canyons were exceeding 70 miles an hour in places, and it just pushed the fire. When it came down and hit the edge of town, it didn't even slow down.
Or have you ever...
Australia's on fire too, and they're in danger of having the koala go extinct from the fires they're having over there.
Huh.
Anyone else here, Rich? He was really faint for me.
Yeah, he was pretty low for me. Maryland just finished doing their control burns.
Was my voice real low? Sorry, guys, but I was saying over in Australia, they're having fires so bad that the koala's habitat's being wiped out. The koala extinct in the wild. That they're the only ones left might end up being ones that are in zoos.
Have you ever read about the London fires that happened back in the late 1800s, basically? Because the entire city was made of wood, and some baker left some smoldering ashes going, and then wind picked it up and burnt down his bakery, and then spread it to the next house, and then everyone was yeah, it's a fire, whatever, and didn't really worry about it, and then woke up the next day and it was on their block, and it lasted for 3 or 4 days before it burned half the freaking city down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was the Chicago.
There's a number of the. Go ahead.
I was saying it was the Chicago fire or the San Francisco fire when the earthquake hit in the early 1900s out there in San Francisco. It's fire that's ravaged London just like it did those two cities when they had their big fires. Around the same time period too, ironically enough.
I'm gonna grab a box real quick so I can prop up my computer. So I'm gonna disappear here for.
Alrighty.
They didn't have the firefighting technology and powered water pumps and stuff like that, and a dedicated fire department at all.
In 1906, the big earthquake in 1906, San Francisco, the quake did a certain amount of damage, but one of the things it also did was it sheared off the underground, high pressure pipes that would feed water from the bay up into the city for the firefighters. And that's where it knocked over a bunch of the coal burning stoves, this kind of stuff, and lit them. How they ended up having to fight that one is they had to basically cordon off a section of the city and use dynamite to level a fire break and through the city for the fire to burn up to the break. Because that's where they had the equipment, they had the technology, but the quake destroyed it all.
Yeah, wasn't it like
years since when they sorry, 1 second, Rich. In the years since, they actually built a giant earthquake-resistant cistern at the top of the mountain above the city, as well as a number of the intersections in the city have a flexible brick cistern beneath the intersections, specifically that collects rainwater. That's specifically for firefighting efforts in case they have another 1906.
Yeah, if I remember right, wasn't it the really high ranked district of San Francisco that was on fire, and that's where they originally were planning to try and evacuate people from the main part of the city that was hit by the earthquake itself. And because of what happened with the water, they couldn't put that fire out. So the area they were trying to evacuate everybody to was the area that ended up burning, if I remember right. They did all that much work.
Wanted to prop the camera up here. Hey, Storm and Norman's out there. What is up, bro?
I'm not sure about
What's
the
that?
details of that one there, Rich.
Yeah, I was watching something about it. I think that's what happened was that because the downtown area was all basically destroyed just about. They were trying, and the area that you're talking about was like the high rent area of the city at the time.
Yeah, that's where
they were built. And that's where they were going to evacuate everybody to. And
that's where eventually the entire basically the entire waterfront was destroyed because so much of it, the city expanded probably by a good 20-25% after the gold rush, and they did it on fill. And there was a lot of old ships, that were sunk and used to help make the fill more solid and this kind of stuff. When the quake of 06 hit, all that liquefied, and a lot of the buildings came down. So you're talking, the city, all of a sudden was no longer on solid ground anymore. So you're talking Marina District. I think I'm trying to think. I don't know if that counts for the theater district or not, but that's where a lot of the well-known parts of San Francisco, ones that are tourist traps today, on terra firma. They're built on soil that was poured into the bay.
Mm-hmm.
You say California Bay, I think Tool for some reason. Like the band, seeing California Bay. Anytime. Sorry, I won't sing that part. It's Travis's chat. That's mean.
Can't say I've ever listened to the band Tool, so I don't know.
You've never listened to Tool?
Nope.
Oh my god, really?
Really?
Well, you should listen to the band Tool. They're amazing. Their drummer is amazing. They make awesome music, and they've been doing it for a really long time now.
Dude, Tool's a great band, man.
That's like nearly damn sacrilegious that you've never listened to Tool.
Yeah, well, I'll have to fix it, I promise.
One thing about Tool, though, Honda, isn't their philosophy that they, for the longest time, they were not, like their catalog was not on iTunes or on, you had to buy the CDs in the store, but you couldn't do any online, downloads or purchases or things like that. So you didn't quite get that distribution you did from a lot of other bands.
I mean, maybe. I know that Metallica did that a lot. Like, what's his name?
Yeah,
from
they
Metallica?
want control over their catalog. Yeah.
Yeah, and they like sued people and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, it's stealing. Oh, you're stealing from us." It's like,
yeah,
come on, man.
Well, they were going after Napster and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's what ended Napster.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then what happened next? You know what I mean? Like, as soon as Napster was done, like a million other sites came up and started doing the exact same thing.
Well, and now it's illegal, but you can take a MP3, take a YouTube video, and you convert it to an MP3. You know, you don't even have to buy it if you don't want to.
Or you just go to like any old streaming site in the world, or you can just go to YouTube and just search a video up. You know.
Yep. All right. Well, hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop this one. I just got the notice that Matt went live with his Trigger Time news or whatever. There's the
AC
little daily
Headlines.
podcast. Oh, AC Headlines? Yeah. It used to be called Trigger Time, wasn't it, back in the day?
No, Trigger Time's on Sundays.
That's his.
That's
chat.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
I can't keep up, so I'm going to go ahead and drop out on this one, and it's going to be dark here in about an hour, so there isn't going to be much to see anyway. And we got to turn the camera off before the Yeti comes out.
The Yeti.
The Sasquatch, the abominable snowman comes out here.
It looks like your temperature's gone up a few degrees. It's starting to melt.
I don't know. It's weird right now. It's showing. I don't know. It could just be the heater, maybe, and in the house that's keeping it thawed. But
Yeah, maybe.
we're sitting at like 30, so it's not quite. I mean, the sun. 29 right now, so it's
Yeah, it's probably from the heat in the house. You need your windows aren't very well insulated.
Yeah, this is an old window in the front. This one's definitely. This is probably about. If it's an original, it'll be 50, 60 years old. Well, I don't know, because they had to replace the front window on this place back in the day, but that probably goes back to probably the 70s or 80s, I suppose. Yeah, man. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and drop out of this one, I think. So thanks, everybody, for being here. And got a little bit going on. We got Black Hat Outdoors and G-Webs and Poor Conservative and Dog Dad and New York Outcast. And who else was there? A lot of people out there. I think we had a little Midnight Rain showing up, some Storm and Normans, Gizzard Gary's out there and over here. And let's see, I think that's about it. So should be a lot of people dropping in just to watch for a little bit. So yeah, so guys, thanks for watching this little snow day blizzard afternoon chat. We just covered, food and computers and a little bit of firearms and some coffee and a little bit of everything. So appreciate y'all being here. We'll let the panel here go ahead and plug their channels, whatever. Gary, you want to go and give us a little outro, buddy?
Sure. Check me out, Gizzard Gary YouTube channel, gizzardgary.com. Foul Territory Friday nights, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the invite.
All right, cool. Rich, any final words of wisdom?
Don't pee in the cold box. It ruins food.
Yes, if you pee on the celery, it'll turn it yellow and ruin it. That's just something we should all know. So,
I think that, yeah.
I won't even try it at that point. I'll take your word for it.
All right, Kingpin. Anything you say, buddy?
Thanks for having me, man. Everybody check out Black Cat Outdoors later on today with the beer chat, Tuesday beer chat.
All right, man. Calveris, thanks for jumping in, buddy.
Hey, I appreciate the invite. And if anyone is interested in finding my stuff, you can go to calveris32special.com. It has links to all of my social media accounts. Appreciate it, Travis.
All right, thank you. And hang on, turn the alarm off here real quick. There you go. Who's the last person down there? I can't see. Who am I missing here, guys?
Yeah,
Honda?
Honda.
The Honda. So go ahead, Honda. Give us your outro, and I'll give you just a little taste of the Colorado.
Yeah, if we play the German Strudel gaming tonight, maybe. I don't know. But check out the Gay Frog chat. The Gay Frog chat's every Sunday night at 9 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, where we talk about, pretty much a lot of different stuff, but mainly conspiratorial type things.
Oh, yes.
Also, I've been doing a weekday chat. I don't know if I'm going to do one today or not. It's kind of late now, but I think the kids are out of school right now, and it kind of threw me off today. But I've been doing a weekday chat, just to ask me anything chat, and videos here and there. Trying to set up something with Dragon Man so I can go over there once a month and have a conversation with him and a little interview and maybe go over part of his museum, that kind of thing.
That'd be cool,
so
man.
We'll see how that goes. But yeah.
All right.
If for those of us that are curious, whatever happened to the Gun Channel's D&D game?
Oh, Matt kind of fell out of favor on that one. You're talking the Shit Hits the Fan Storytime one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, you're looking at 4 to 5 hour block on a Saturday.
Yeah, that was the issue too.
And me, I'm traveling on the weekends now, so it's hard for me to be around to do it on a Saturday because I And I got weekends with the wifey, so I can't. It's hard for me to join in.
Okay, fair enough. I was just curious.
Yeah,
I mean, I love it. It's a lot of fun. It's a blast. We did it quite a bit, but it's quite the time chunk,
I think the taco is kind of salty about it, but
oh man. Okay. I finally saw your private chat comments there, Honda. B11, let me in, LOL. All right. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. If I have a snow day tomorrow, then this will probably happen again because I really can't go anywhere until it clears up. So we might just have to fire up the fireplace. Oh, UPS man. There you go. Rock on,
UPS
bro.
dude made it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. He might not be leaving town, dude. I mean, the visibility is like a block. I don't know.
The United States Postal Service still going there?
Oh yeah. Our mail comes here at noon, so yeah, we already got the mail delivered.
Okay.
Up. I got a long walk right there too. It's about 20 feet from my front door. All right, guys. Okay, well, y'all take care. Have yourselves a good afternoon, and appreciate y'all being here. And we'll do a little caliber corner next Monday. I don't know what we're going to do for a topic yet. I'd like to do a bracket. A little caliber shootout would be a lot of fun. Maybe have rifle caliber cartridges or traditional rifle rounds on one side, then pistol caliber rounds on the other side, and duke it out and see what happens, and go from there. But let's see here. What's G-Web saying here? Not real dungeon lords. Oh, geez, there you go. All right, so on that note, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all take care. Have yourselves a great afternoon. Head on over there and check out Matt's podcast with Hasty Headlines. And don't forget, we've got Tuesday night Hit or Miss at 9 o'clock East Coast time, 8 o'clock Central time. And we've also got the 2A Tuesday, the Get Off My Lawn podcast over there with Sandhill Shooter, so check out his show. And I think that's about it. So, guys, y'all take care. Have fun. Be safe. And we will talk to you soon. All right, later, guys.
Give him the bird.
Don't give him the bird. Give him the Felicia.
And the bird.